Good morning. We're at the Schoolhouse Studio in Bedlam Farm. Maria has just got a big shipment of stuff from India, which she's going to sell on her blog in the open house, and she's going to talk to you about it. And good morning, Maria.
Good morning, John.
How you doing?
Thanks for coming into my studio.
Thanks for having me.
So I got my second shipment of potholders from House of Hearts in India. These are the women that I went to India to teach how to make potholders, and I sold the first batch when I first came home. I had 100 of them. Now I have 100 more. These are different colors, and they're really pretty.
Tell us a little bit. You went to India in February.
I went to India in February, and I was going to teach some of the women there how to make potholders.
Which you obviously did.
I taught them how to make potholders, and what I didn't realize was that they really didn't have a market for a lot of their work. And so I decided to come back and sell their work on my blog. And it's been working. So we had our first batch, and this is our second batch. And these are the women at House of Hearts. They make these nice little handmade tags, all different, saying thank you. And these are women in a village in India who work out of a woman. Her name is Shoma Seal, and they work out of her house. And they make all kinds of things, and blankets and bags, and they sell them, and that's how they make a living.
And for them, it's not just a matter of selling stuff. It's
really important, because it raises their status. When they have work to do, it raises their status in the village, and even in their own family.
It gives them some power.
It gives them power, yeah. And so
just like here.
Just like here. You know what? It's the same thing that I went through.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
And believe me, folks, she's got a lot of power.
It's no different. It's
oh, that's neat, though.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So it's very personal for you.
Definitely. Now, they also sent me these gorgeous tote bags, which I'm just in love with. I mean, the colors.
Were you expecting them?
Beautiful. Well, I knew that they were going to send some tote bags. I didn't expect all these different beautiful colors, which is, I find, really exciting. You can see they're all made of burlap. You can get a good sense of the size. And then they have this gorgeous silk trim with these beautiful linings. And they're each a little different, different handles, and they all have their tags. And they all come with a House of Hearts tag, too, that talks about House of Hearts and what it does. So I'm going to be selling these at the open house. I'm selling them on my blog. The potholders are $15 each plus shipping. The tote bags are $25 each plus shipping. And you can email me if you're interested in any of them. If you're coming to the open house, I can put one aside for you. If you want to pick them up then, that would work too. So
and how do they email you?
You can email me at maria@fullmoonfiberart.com.
This is exciting stuff.
It's really exciting. I mean, I think the colors are really spectacular. Even on the potholders, they're a little different this time, and they're just really special. So if you're interested, you know where to get some good work
great.
From India.
I can't help but ask you about the quilt behind you, which is, I know, just went up for sale, and it's very different. And can you just tell us a little bit about that, as long as we're here?
Sure. Well, it is different. It's different from any quilt that I've ever made before, and I was influenced by a few different things, by some tantric art, and also always from the G's Ben quilters. This shape, which I didn't realize it at the time that I was making, that comes from a stone, which I have over here, which is actually a loom weight. This would have been used as a weight on a loom, and we found this at the old Bedlam farm. John had this, and I think that it has so much significance to me, because if I were alive at the time that this was being used, and I was, with the kind of the people who would have been using it, this would have been one of my tools. This would have been what I would have been using. And so it showed itself up on this quilt that I made. And the quilt is different because I've appliqued the shape on, which is very unusual. This part of the quilt is from an old quilt that I made and had hanging outside Bedlam Farm. It's got some nice faded wear to it.
How much does this quilt cost?
It's $4.25 plus shipping.
$4.25. Well, this is an exciting visit. There's all kinds of stuff, and you have a.
I'm getting ready for the open house, so I have
all this stuff hanging up on the.
I'm working on odd winter scarves. I have lots of stuff going on.
Hey, Gus, what do you think?
And I have lots of good company too. Hi, sweetie.
All right. Okay, thank you, Gus. I think he's getting into the Bedlam Farm spirit.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Maria.
Thanks, John.
I thought this was great. It's great to be here, and goodbye.
Thanks.
And also, the open house is Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah, October 7th and 8th.
It's our last one till next October. So if you're
check,
around,
yeah.
check Maria's website for details or come by.
Thanks.
Bye.